Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Beginner English Podcast. This podcast is designed for people who are just starting to improve their listening skills. I saw that there are many great podcasts out there, but none that are for people that are just starting out. When you learn the basic grammar and vocabulary, I think it is important to find an easy next step when it comes to improving your listening skills. And I wanted to create that. I wanted to create that kind of a podcast. Here, we'll talk about fun, real-life topics while learning new words and phrases along the way. I will ask you questions, and by answering them in the comments section, you will practice your English. Also, by reading what others wrote, you will gain more from these podcasts. Today, we'll be talking about traveling by plane. This is a big topic with lots of interesting vocabulary. I'll be sharing my own travel story with you, and we'll learn some new words along the way. Words like excitement, smoothly, snacks, itinerary, customs, lounge, delayed, seatbelt, and jet lag. As you listen, I'll ask questions, and you can share your answers in the comments. Remember, reading what others write and sharing your own thoughts will help you improve your English even more. My first question for you: if you ever flew on a plane, where were you going and why were you traveling to this destination? Let's dive in. I remember the excitement, a strong, happy feeling you get when you're looking forward to something. So the excitement before my flight to Japan last year. Japan was my dream destination. I am fascinated with its culture. It was a long trip, and I wanted everything to go smoothly. Smoothly means that something happens easily. Before going to the airport, I checked my itinerary. Now, itinerary is a plan or schedule of your trip. My itinerary told me what time my flight would leave, where I would land, and all the other details of my journey. It was going to be a long 8-hour flight, departing from Rome in the morning and landing in Tokyo. After I packed my bags, I went to the airport. Airports can be big and sometimes confusing. But when I arrived, I followed the signs, and before I knew it, I was in the area called customs. Customs is where you show your passport and talk to the airport officers when you travel to a different country. The officers ask questions to make sure it's safe for you to go in and out of the country. They may also check if you're carrying anything you shouldn't bring into the country. I didn't need a visa to go to Japan, and everything else was in order. The control at the customs was quick. Once I left customs, I had some time to wait before my flight. Sometimes you have a few hours to wait before your flight, and airports have a special area called the lounge. A lounge is a nice, quiet place where you can relax. Get some snacks. Now, snacks are small meals like chips, a piece of fruit, or a candy bar. In lounges, you can even take a nap before your flight. Many lounges have comfortable chairs, free drinks, and sometimes even showers. What would you do in a lounge before a flight? I decided to go to the lounge and eat something. I didn't want to be hungry on the plane. While I was relaxing in the lounge, I checked my phone and saw a message saying my flight was delayed. This means that the plane would leave later than it was supposed to. Delays can happen because of bad weather, a problem with the plane, or busy airports. I was disappointed, but I knew I just had to be patient. I had to wait. Then I found a magazine to read. It was an airplane magazine promoting new destinations from the airport where I was. Have any of you guys ever had a delayed flight? Finally, it was time to board the plane. I found my seat and got ready for the flight. One of the first things the flight attendants told us was to fasten our seatbelts. A seatbelt is something you wear across your body to keep you safe while traveling in a car, a plane, or other vehicle. After a long flight, we finally landed in Japan. I was so excited to be in this country. I took the public transport to my hotel and I set my bags down. It was the middle of the day when I got to my hotel, but I started to feel something called jet lag. Jet lag is when you feel tired, sleepy, or confused because you've traveled to a new time zone. Your body is used to your old time zone, so it takes a few days to adjust to the new time. I decided to relax that day. Since I planned to spend 2 weeks in Japan, the next day I went to all the places I wanted to see. I have to tell you, I enjoyed my trip a lot. So that was my travel story. To sum up, we learned some new words today. Words like excitement, smoothly, snacks, itinerary, customs, lounge, delayed, seatbelt, and jet lag. Now it's your turn. I'd love to hear your travel stories or thoughts about mine. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you in the next episode. Safe travels, everyone.